বলো বলো Welcome to all. Very soon will be here. Welcome to all. Today is the most auspicious day on the eve of National Science Day, the day that we celebrate basically to commemorate the success of Indian science, especially Dr. C.V. Raman sir. This is the day, not the birthday of any scientist, not the death anniversary of any scientist. India celebrates the work is worship like one thought when, and based on that thought, India had decided its National Science Day. And on the eve of this National Science Day, today is where our pride that we have with us some very eminent personalities. First of all, I would like to welcome you all, myself, AnjanBanik's, being a national chairman of DASA. I am here to introduce you all with a newer program that is Raashtriya Swarnim Shiksha Mahotsav. We are starting from the day 27th February 2022. It's a festival in this Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav year to celebrate about the educational status of India. What is the educational status of India and where we have to reach? It's our aim that we have to establish one gold standard and achieve also one gold standard educational system for our benefit to become the world leader in the field of education. Already NEP has been designed, and it's our pride that it has been designed by not only the educationist, also designed by ISRO scientist, that is our renowned, respected most chairman of ISRO, then Dr. K. Kasturi Ranganji. But after that, also we have more thinking. We have to more think about the future India for a better future education, where we need to be established our India as a world leader. In this auspicious occasion, I would like to introduce two eminent personalities. One, our today's speaker, and another is our inaugurator and chief guest. First of all, our speaker is none other than he basically he have no need to introduce all of us to all of us. He is our Professor Hukum Singh ji. He is known as father of mathematics labs in India, and served NCERT, specially Department of Education of Science and Mathematics, as a being his head, and also being a head of Department of Educational Kits for a almost 2-3 decades. So it's our pleasure today in Raashtriya Swarnim Shiksha Mahotsav. He will be the speaker, and today we are also we will get benefited and will be obliged that one eminent personality who is contributed to our ISRO for all over almost 3 decades, and he also led the missions like when India have no launching pads or very few launching facilities in India at Guiana, France, and also he is one of the most eminent member scientist, team member of Mission Mangal. Today, Dr. Jayant Joshi sir, superannuated ISRO scientist, joined from Melbourne, Australia, today with us. So, sir, thanks for being with us. Please be with us for a moment, sir. It will
Thank
be
you.
pleasure that you are with us, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We'll start with a very little bit inaugural part with a Sanskrit stotra, because this is our basics in education also, and then we'll introduce our speaker and take a few words from our guest inaugurator, chief guest, sir, and then we'll go for the final lecture of our Professor Hukum Singh ji, super teacher of all teachers. So, with these words, I am going towards this inaugural part, sir, with your kind permission.
Please go ahead.
ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करभावहदेव तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम संनो मित्रः संवरुणः संनो भवत्वर्यमा संन इंद्रो बृहस्पतिः संनो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मदेव नमस्ते वायो त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मा वदिष्यामि हृदं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि मामवतु आवतु माम् आवतु वक्तारम्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम।
We have a great treasure in our basket. India is a land of treasures. सोने की चिड़िया, और उस सोने की चिड़िया से को और भी निखारने के लिए ही एनसीईआरटी का निर्माण किया गया था. And the soul of NCERT is Professor Hukum Singh. Today we have a we are very much proud that Hukum Singh sir is also with us. So just a brief about him, and then we will also facilitate him with a honor in this Raashtriya Swarnim Shiksha Mahotsav with the in presence of our ISRO scientist, and then we will go for lecture directly. Uh,
Mr. Banik? Yes, anything happening? Mr. Banik? Mr. Banik, are you there?
Sir, I am here, sir.
Okay,
Due
okay,
to some
okay.
technical reason,
Yes, sir.
some disturbance is there.
No, no problem. Because
I am
there was no
joining, sir.
activity. There was no activity for quite some time. So that was the reason. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, it's our pleasure that today Hukum Singh sir is also with us. Sir is a person who started born in 1951, and for a long time he served the NCERT, the prestigious organization, National Council of Educational Research and Training, under the Ministry of HRD then, and now Ministry of Education. Contribution of sir is so deep, uh, that especially in the Department of Science and Education, especially Science and Education, DESM, from where he specially designed the mathematical books and mathematical curriculum for the school level students, especially upper primary, secondary, and higher secondary. I can say that we teachers are teaching and our students are learning. Basically, the maths today is completely designed and contributed by Dr. Hukum Singh sir. Today he is with us. He have so many publications and research paper also, and regarding policy making, especially mathematics teaching policy, he have contributed so much for the nation building also. Today we are very much pleased and obliged to him that he is joined with us as a inaugurator. First, within a few words of wisdom, I would like to invite our ISRO scientist to say something on this uh, Mahotsav occasion, and also to congratulate our Hukum Singh sir, especially in this level. I would like to invite our ISRO scientist who contributed Mission Mangal also, and now sir, please say something. We want to hear your words of wisdom for a few minutes before going to Professor Hukum Singh sir. Jayant Joshi sir.
Okay, because there's a lot of echo in your voice. So shall I start now?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Okay, but when you speak, there is a lot of echo. Is that happening with my talk also when I'm speaking? Is there echo or it is coming okay?
No sir, your is coming okay.
Okay, fine, fine. So, very good evening, first of all, to Dr. Hukam Singh ji. Namaskar. And welcome all the dignitaries, guests, and dear friends. Very happy to be on the Raashtriya Swarnim Shiksha Mahotsav, which is planned to run a year-long mission, especially to achieve a gold standard in the education of science and mathematics, especially organized by DASA, uh, India National, under the national chairmanship of AnjanBanik's. So it's a great challenge that we all have taken, and it is our moral duty to see that it comes through. And for that, whatever is needed, uh, no stone should be left unturned to achieve this. I think that should be our motto. I think with this word, I would like to first say a few things about Dr. Hukum Singh, and it's my honor and privilege that I can say something about him. That after just hearing from Banik ji about their academic excellence qualification, their contributions, but when I was running through some of their achievements, I was amazed that his achievement and contribution not only in India but at the level of international level. So he's availed Government of India scholarship at Budapest, Hungary during 81 to 86 and participated in 12 international conferences in mathematics in Hungary, Germany, Italy, Japan, etc., etc. Why I'm emphasizing this is that we know whenever something is being facilitated in India, we come across something, but it is not that easy that you get recognition or you get invited at a global level. And we are very fortunate to have Mr. Hukum Singh, the soul of NCRT, because when I went through that, the entire NCT, we learn mathematics. The teacher teaches mathematics, but this is Maharshi Ved Vyas who has written this entire script of mathematics. So thank you very much, and we are all enlightened today to have you with us. My only point on today's talk, I would summarize in one particular line, is that along with the formal education, now time has come that our students should be imparted with informal education. That is the need of the hour. And say for simple thing, I would like to say that when a small child we try to teach them that what is one third plus one third, what would be the result, right? You will get confused. But generally, when we say that one pencil plus one pencil, what is the answer? He will immediately say two pencils, right? So here two answer he knows, but we say that two is not the complete answer. You have to tell pencil, then only it becomes a complete answer. Likewise, when we say one third plus one third, not only he, at some standard student also will start scratching their head. What is one third by one third? But we have to say one in number and third, third in figure, right? Then what would one third plus one third, one plus one, two, and third as a unit. So two third, then he will come to know the answer would be 2 by 3. So that way also teacher student can be taught mathematics, and today we have laureates of mathematics, so we all would be enlightened. Thank you very much, and welcome Hukam Singh ji. And with these few words, I uh, put upon the year-long mission of Raashtriya Swarnim Shiksha Mahotsav open and get inaugurated. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Please be with us for a few minutes because from your hand, we would like to um, give a honor to our Professor Hukum Singh ji for his lifetime achievements. And this is not a honor, because this is a honor privilege to us that he is with us. So please
It would be
be
my
for a second.
Yeah, it would be my privilege and honor to.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So please declare that one, sir, also. And then next we are going.
Okay, okay. So with this from DASA, DASA India National, and all of us, I hereby felicitate Dr. Hukam Singh for this particular occasion from all of us. Please accept it, sir. Thank you, Banikji.
Thank you, sir. Professor Dr. Hukum Singh ji. Sir, please read out that one, sir. Just a moment. This is the Amrit Mahotsav Bharat Ganit Ratna 2022 on 27.
Okay, right.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead. Yeah.
On 27 February 2022, in this virtual ceremony of Raashtriya Swarnim Shiksha Mahotsav, proudly presenting to Professor Dr. Hukum Singh ji. So this
it is
the
our
honor to you,
great, proud and privilege to present it to you, sir. Please accept on behalf of it.
And awarded and honored by Dr. Jayant Joshi, sir. Thanks for coming here also from, you are far from us, but you given time, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And it's also from our heart also. Thank you, sir. Thanks, sir. Thank you, sir. And thank you, sir. And now it's a time to hear from our Professor Hukum Singh ji, super teacher of all of our teachers at the national level, for a newer thought and for a new age education. Thank you, sir. So please start your session, sir.
Good evening to everybody. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. 0 minus 0 is equal to 0. ISRO scientist Dr. Jayant Joshi ji, National Coordinator and Chairman Mr. AnjanBanik's ji, principals, listeners, teachers, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I express my sincere gratitude to Mr. AnjanBanik's ji for inviting me to share my views in today's program. Since his title, he has given a very large title, the gold standard world leader, future mathematics education in India, as already declared. So there are several points which I would like to share in today's program, one by one. The first of all, I would recommend from the, since Mr. Banik ji already aware about the NCERT, and NCERT was established for production of, for development of material which can definitely produce gold standard world leader. But it has been very unfortunate in our country that whatever recommendations NCERT has been making since last so many decades, they have not gone at the grassroots level. And this is why all of us are facing problem. So my first recommendation at this occasion for producing the gold standard world leader, to proper and systematic use of instructional material produced by NCERT. All the states have been using the NCERT textbook, but NCERT has not only developing the textbook, during last so many decades, NCRC has produced number of other supplementary and complementary materials. If I talk to supplementary material, I will show you here exemplar problem. When I was heading Department of Education in Science and Mathematics, exemplar problems we brought from classes 6 to 12, not only in mathematics, but science also. Class 6 to 10 science, 9, 10 science also, and 11, 12 higher secondary state physics, chemistry, biology. So these exemplar problems are being used in different parts of the country. But another very important material which NCRT produced, that is laboratory manual in science from classes 6 to 10 and laboratory manual in mathematics at different stages of school education. When we established math lab in NCRT 25 years back, we brought the first handbook, a handbook for designing mathematics laboratory in schools. And it was published in 2005. And you see, when the book was published, I contacted to Chairman CBSE. At that time, Mr. Ganguly was there. And immediately he sent circular to all the CBSE affiliated schools in the country to establish math lab. And when I was heading Department of Education in Science and Mathematics, then I thought that one handbook will not work for classes 1 to 12. And therefore, we brought the 3 handbook about laboratory manuals. So the first laboratory manual in mathematics at elementary stage, 1 to 8 here. Half part is laboratory manual lab activities 1 to 5, and half part is 6 to 8. So this is and the second laboratory manual was laboratory manual in mathematics at secondary stage, 9, 10. And the third manual was laboratory manual in mathematics at higher secondary stage. Why I am showing all of you systematically, but because it has not gone to the grassroots level. Similarly, 25 years back, we established math lab in NCRT. And again, when I was heading Department of Education in Science and Mathematics, I thought our math lab will not go at a grassroots level. And therefore, we developed the mathematics kit at primary stage, upper primary stage, secondary stage, and higher secondary stage also. And all of you will be surprised when kits have been purchased by the states, but they are not properly used. I'm not criticizing anybody, but the unfortunate part is that whatever material has been produced by NCRT, they are not going at the grassroots level. I am giving 2 particular examples. 2 years back, before lockdown, when I was in Srinagar for a week, and I had to open the kit. It was purchased, but I had to open it to show the kit to Chief Education Officer, Principal, and teacher, Science and Mathematics teacher. Similarly, I was in Andaman Nicobar. 32 states already visited during the last 25 years. And Andaman Nicobar, there also I had to open the kit. That is the unfortunate part of one country, because properly materials are not utilized. Similarly, I visited almost all the 6 states of the Northeast region. Only Nagaland could not, because there was a meeting 15 years back in Vigyan Bhavan where all the governors were there, and our director, Professor Krishna Kumar, was there, and he also took me when I was heading there. So he told that how science and mathematics should be improved in Northeast state. And in that governance, we recommended that if master trainers teachers training program is given to the all states, and these master trainers in science and mathematics are utilized by the teachers, then I think pedagogy will be changed, and automatically whole scenario in Northeast state will be changed. So about 15 years back, I went 6 states, and other our colleagues in science also, they went there and oriented master trainers. I don't know whether those master trainers have been used by the states or not. That is, so recommendation, my first recommendation, the material which NCRT has been producing, it should be used in a very systematic way, and it should be monitored also at district level, block level. Then I think a lot of change will be there, and world leader automatically will be produced in science and mathematics. Because you know, when facilities were not there. Since at present the program is with the Science Day. Mr. Banik mentioned Sir C.V. Raman when there was no facility. When Sir C.V. Raman was first Nobel Prize winner, not only in India but Asia in 1930. And I was very fortunate that I was chief guest in a national seminar in Viswabharati University. And there I heard a lot of things about Sir C.V. Raman who worked there. That I have no time about mention that, but there was no facility, but with minimum facility, and he was the first Nobel Prize winner in our country. And at present, lot of facilities are there, but since facilities are not properly utilized in the classroom level, and this is why we are facing problem at all state level. Our scientists are also facing a lot of problems. So we have to improve that. And the second point about importance of mathematics. All of you know that old is gold. And the mathematics, if you recall our olden age of mathematics, I recall a sloka. And that sloka says that Yatha Shikha Mauranam Naga Nam Maryo Yatha Tad Vad Vedang Sastra Nam Ganitam Murdhan Isthitam. Like crests on the heads of peacock, like gems on the hoods of cobra, so as mathematics on the top of all the Vedanga Shastra. So mathematics was important in ancient time. It was given in Vedic literature, and lot of science and mathematical knowledge are, all of you know that Rigved, Yajurved, Samved, Atharved, all the knowledge, whether social, scientific, or everything has been, or spiritual, everything has been originated from our four Vedas. Sinvi Sulva Sutra, that will take lot of time if I talk about that contribution, Sulva Sutra, other thing. But that ancient knowledge of our civilization, that should also go in the classroom level. And I'm very happy that National Education Policy 2020 also has recommended, which I have been talking all over the countries in the last 25 years, that we should highlight our Indian mathematicians and their contribution to our new generation, so that we could improve our science and mathematics. So this is about old is gold, means olden era of mathematics should also be used for showing the importance of science and mathematics. The third point I would like to highlight at this point about through golden period of mathematics. Since Mr. Banik has mentioned the title golden leader. So golden period, again, there is our mathematics about 5,000 years old. And the golden period of mathematics is said about 500 AD to 1200 AD. And during this golden period, number of mathematics India has produced, number of mathematics. If I wish to mention, I think time is not again here. So mention the first started in golden period is Aryabhatta. All of you know that, even scientists have given his name. So Aryabhatta, who was the first father of mathematics, it is known here. And Aryabhatta was showed to the world that Bhugola Sarvato Veta, earth is round from all the sides. And number of results he produced through Aryabhatta. And he was born in 476, and the age of 499, at the age of 23, he wrote Aryabhatta, where number of results in arithmetic, algebra, geometry, they have been given. Some of n natural numbers, n into n. When I was in 5 years in Europe, and number of conference attended 12 international conference, everybody was talking that some of the natural number was Europeans, Gauss, this and that. But when I read our ancient literature, the sum of n natural number was already given in Aryabhatta. That's 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. 1 square plus 2 square n into n plus 1 to n plus by 6. And 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube n into n plus 1 by 2 whole square. So means number of results were given in that Aryabhatta, arithmetic also, algebra also, then Aryabhatta, then Varahamihir, then Brahmagupta, then Bhaskara, then Sridhara. Sridharacharya, all of you know that found the quadratic equation what we are teaching at 9th, 10th level also. And then Bhaskara second, 12, 11, 14 he was born. So in this way, about 7, 8 mathematicians in golden period starting from 500 AD. And then all of you know that North India was Nalanda University, Takshashila University. Nalanda University was burned in 1193. And at that time, North Indian mathematics and science was collapsing. And then the Kerala School of Mathematics produced lot of mathematical results. Madhava, Nilkantha, Parameswara, Sankara, Narayan Pandita, all these, the school of mathematics was there in Kerala, and they produced lot of mathematics. And when I visited number of times in Kerala, and when I asked how many Kerala mathematicians you know, but the teachers are unaware. Why? Because we are not highlighting our contribution. So in the golden period, 580 to 1280, number of mathematicians have been given. Produced by India, and 1280 post golden period, 1280 and 1880 again Kerala School of Mathematics, and then 1800 afterwards all of Ramanujan and Harishchandra, all these mathematicians were produced by India. So for production of golden leader of mathematics, I think we have to highlight all these mathematicians and their contributions. Third point, I come to teaching method. Now, all of you know that there are several methods of teaching mathematics: inductive method, deductive method, synthetic method, analytic method, heuristic method, project method, IT method, webinar method. All these methods are there. But during last 30 years experience, I recommend that the laboratory method is the best method, where all these methods could be created. And this is why I am giving three statements in all parts of the country. If all our learners, teachers, stakeholders are introducing the laboratory method, just like in science, all of you know that science is understood only when practical is done, not only theoretical way. Practical is done, then only science is understood and applied. Similarly, if mathematics is also done through activity and experiment, then only science will also be considered most easy. And this is why I recommend the three statements. Number one, mathematics is the most easy subject. This statement I am starting from last year when I was invited Central University, Gaya. There was a teachers orientation program under Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission for Teachers and Teaching. I was invited, and then I recommended that please spread that mathematics is the most easy subject. And again, Central University, Jammu also invited, even Vice Chancellor there also. So he was dynamic that he told Dr. Saab, I will establish math in our university also, Central University, Jammu also. So I am now spreading this message that mathematics is the most easy subject. Number two, and if you are not convinced with my statement, you can contradict at the end of my talk, because I am here to convince you how you can make it very, very easy. Second statement I am giving, the mathematics is a practical subject. All of us have been telling mathematics is inductive, mathematics deductive, and this has created fear and phobia. And therefore, I recommend that mathematics is a practical subject. Number three, mathematics is a vocational subject. So three statements you can write by Hukum Singh. If you implement all these three statements, automatically you will see that lot of change will come our country, and world leader in mathematics will be produced in India. And I will give some of the examples also, then you will be convinced that how it is practical work. I will come that little later one. And then the fifth point is about change in evaluation. Change in evaluation, all of you know that even 20 marks after a great effort, since I was there about 10 years in CBSE all committees and recommended about math lab and marks also. So CBSE also 20 marks they have introduced up to 10th class. And even after retirement also I approached to CBSE and through various means, and they have introduced math lab 11, 12 also 20 marks. But it is unfortunate that again activities are not done in the classroom. Just like you have seen that in number of schools, few schools are dynamic, they are doing practical in science. Similarly, in mathematics, few schools are doing activities, experiment, but all the schools are not doing experiment activity in mathematics. And therefore, whatever marks, I was recommending 30 marks up to 10th class, 30 marks, 11, 12, just like in science for practical in mathematics, but CBSE agreed with 20 marks. But even for 20 marks also, we have to perform the activity experiment in the classroom, starting from primary, upper primary, secondary, and higher secondary. It is not that when board is there, 10th class and 12th class, and then we should do all activity. Mathematics has been developed in a systematic manner. Arithmetic, then algebra, then geometry, then mensuration, then trigonometry, then calculus, then modern theory of, and then geometry, modern geometry, differential geometry, Lie group, Lie algebra. But I was doing research, higher research work. Action of Lie group, Riemannian manifold. That was my research work and other thing. And taught 10 years BSc, MSc also, Delhi University also. When I was very frustrated after teaching BSc, MSc, where honors students are there, but fundamental concept is not there. The way we studied 50 years back, the similar way is there. And therefore, I decided that if we could improve our school mathematics from classes 1 to 12, then I think lot of change will come at graduate and postgraduate level. So this change in evaluation is also very, very essential. The sixth point is change in mindset. Change in mindset also, for this also, two statements I am giving here. The one is, we are shaped by our thoughts. What we think we become. If with great trouble, Mr. AnjanBanik's has organized today's program, and number of listeners are there, so we have to change. It is not just you listen me and just forget everything. Kindly change your mind and start implementing from tomorrow itself. Then I think lot of change will come in India. Government of India already recommended skill development. So skill will come and we change our mindset. So mindset, for that I am asking that we are shaped by our thought, what we think we become. And this is not my statement. This statement was given by our Gautam Buddha. And Gautam Buddha, you see here, again here Gautam Buddha, beautiful painting is there. And I will come with the example that how painting this is surrounded by the mathematical model. I will come, let me complete this. So we are shaped by our thoughts, what we think we become. If you start from today that I will change the teaching pedagogy in the classroom tomorrow itself, whether I am primary teacher, secondary teacher, higher secondary teacher, graduate teacher, postgraduate teacher, we will change pedagogy. And it is very good that very nice words Dr. Joshi mentioned, that we should shift our education from formal to informal. I 100% agree. Formal means only for certification. Our students, learners are having high school certificate, 12th certificate, BSc certificate, even engineering certificate, but they do not have a special kind of skill. And this is why I am recommended that all the time you connect everything, because mathematics is everywhere. I used to say everywhere in the country that yesterday's mathematics, today's science. And today's science will be tomorrow's technology. And the development of any nation is directly proportional to development of mathematics. But it is unfortunate that in our country, the mathematics has been embedded in the science. And number of places, even DST also, I was telling that, talking also, other places also I talking that kindly, mathematics is a science. I do not contradict, but mathematics is more than science. And therefore, we have to give more importance about mathematics. When I was 5 years in Europe, there I saw Department of Analysis, Department of Topology. I was working in Department of Geometry. And here even, we do not have separate departments also, separate link also. Just science and whatever grants are coming, going to the school or college or university, in the name of science, the mathematics, the contribution, the mathematics, the grant is not properly given. And this is why at the school level, college level, and university level, we are not having proper lab administration. And therefore, if we give proper importance, even Veda also I told that, Yatha Sikha Meuran mentioned also, mathematics was on top. But at present, what is happening, it is just embedded in science and all the problems we are facing in our country. I am not contradicting anybody, but special emphasis, special importance has to be given about the mathematics. And the last statement is about rise above oneself and grasp the world. Again, rise above oneself, grab the word. Again, this is given in Fields Medal. Every time, everywhere I talk that Fields Medal. Fields Medal is given, the Archimedes photo is there, and this statement is there. Rise above oneself and grace the thought. अपने से ऊपर उठिए और पूरी दुनिया को मिट्टी में कर लीजिए. It is unfortunate that number of our India produced mathematicians, but at that time, since Field Medal was not there, they were not there. But our Manjul Bhargava, all of you know that even National Policy of Education, he was the first field medalist in the 14, but he was born in Canada and working in America. Akshay Venkatesh, he was again born in India and lived only 2 years and worked in Australia, now again USA. And India is such a large country, 135 crore, 20 crore. And India has a lot of mathematicians also produced. But since systematic way, critical thinking, creative thinking, all these are not happening in the classroom, in the college, in the university, and this is why we are not producing a top class mathematician. And even the policy, I mentioned that the first policy 68, the second policy 86, and in national policy 86 about mathematics was, for mathematics was recommended that mathematics should be visualized as a vehicle to train a child to think, reason, analyze, and to articulate logically. Apart from being a specific subject, it should be treated and concomitant to any subject involving reasoning and analysis. Bombastic statements were there. In first 68 policy, mathematics should be taught to a heuristic method, but recommendations have been National Policy Education 2020 again has recommended, made like beautiful recommendation, but unless it is going as a grassroots level, we cannot improve our mathematics, science in general and mathematics in particular. So these are the main points which I wanted. Now, since I gave the statement, 3 statements, math is easy, math is practical, and math is a vocational subject. Now I will take some examples so that our secondary and higher secondary teacher, some of them are performing activity experiment after having our laboratory manual or kit, but all of them are not doing. And therefore, since we have established math lab, we brought mathematics kit also, but again it is not going at the grassroots level. So now I am propagating that start teaching mathematics with no cost, low cost teaching aid. With no cost, low cost teaching aid means all of you can make here geoboard, simply geoboard. And all of you purchasing our geoboard when we made our NCRT, it was very big geoboard. Then we brought kit, that was also small kit. And I was in Tamil Nadu 15 years back, and teachers were, my flight was there 2 hours late, and they were with her math lab. I have heard what is math lab. And I was there, and again I was gifted somebody, sir, geoboard, whatever you made there in NCRT, and we have made, and can you use it? So I'm using it. So geoboard is a very powerful here tool. Primary mathematics, upper primary, secondary mathematics. Here the shape is there, a plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab. Number concept, addition, subtraction, all geometrical shape you can use. Even coordinate geometry also. Linear equation in 2 variable, x plus b, y plus c, linear 2 value, x axis, y axis. All these things you can teach this way. Other side you can make the concentric sphere. Concentric circle you take, and all the theorems related to circle you can demonstrate. So in this way, the learning by doing will take. And how I started math lab in NCRT, you see this is rough kaga. 25 years back, just see. 25 years back. Just I took a triangle, equilateral triangle, and joined the midpoint. And in the triangle, equilateral triangle, and just folded and got a tetrahedron, just see. And the number of vertices, edges, faces. And I was excited that, oh, how beautiful from 2-dimensional to 3-dimensional I've got. So vertices, edges, faces, and either formula be number of vertices minus edges, number plus faces is equal to 2 equal to 3. And then it started that base is not triangular, base is square, base is rectangle, base is pentagon, base is hexagon, base is octagon, base is dodecagon, base is icosagon. All these things, then excitement came automatically. So why I am this recommending to all other teachers? First of all, kindly start learning. All the teachers are BSc, MSc, and 20 years experience, but they have to start from zero. I was as an expert for appointment principal, 15 to 19, Kendriya Vidyalaya, Navodaya Vidyalaya, 4 years, 20 years PGT and TGTs are coming. The mathematical concept is there, formula is there, but their skill, their application, their presentation, their use in daily life is missing. And therefore, we have to start from that. And just see, I have shown that with no cost, low cost, and there no cost, low cost teaching is just see. Simply, I was in some shop, just see, hexahedron is there, and agarbatti be used, and just see here hexagon is there, and hexagon is nothing here, union of triangle, 6 triangles, 6 equilateral triangles, and first you make 1 triangle equilateral triangle, prism you may join the 6 prism and automatically 6 triangular prism and join the hexagonal prism. So daily daily material, no cost, low cost. We are throwing all these materials, but we are not using even. If you are not able to purchase my mathematics kit, you make this no cost, low cost teaching aid available in our daily life and use in the classroom. Ask all the, just see, all of you are using here this folio, foil we are using in the kitchen, and we are throwing this box. Use this box for teaching mathematics no cost, for the cuboid, cube number of vertices, edges, faces. Use this cylinder here, curved surface area, total surface area, all these things. So this is no cost, low cost, and mathematics is a practical, then you automatically. And mathematics is a vocational. Why I am telling you mathematics practical, mathematics is vocational? Because this has also cost. And this has also cost. And if 1,000 boxes are made, and then after passing high school, whatever students are there, they can a lot of money. So this is few examples I am giving here. And number of creation you can make, and then you can boxes and other thing, and you can make and sell the material that way. Similarly, just see. Again, no cost, low cost. All of you are toothpaste, we are daily user. We are throwing this box. Use that box, every student. Ask the student, bring in the classroom and tell that what is surface area, what is total surface, all these things. And then you see 9th, 10th class, again, we are teaching this cone cylinder. Again, take cone cylinder, again here, just see, we have made here. Make the cone cylinder, take the some plastic material and fold it, and with the same base, same height, and verify that pi r square h, volume of the cylinder is there. How 1 by 3 pi r square h? And number of places we are doing here. And schools are so excited. And when I go after 10 years, 15 years, sir, whatever training you had given 15 years back, we are enjoying and we are understanding mathematics. And once they understand, then only they will apply for solving whatever. Our scientists, sometimes they say that our whatever mathematics teachers are, we are produced, and mathematicians are produced, they are not just having mathematical knowledge, but not application. Now I say that if practical is mathematics is considered a practical, automatically our scientists will also be convinced that mathematics has a, because a lot of all these outer structure, whether physics is there, chemistry is there, just like I told the tetrahedron I sold, and tetrahedron the CH4 is there, C is here, suppose here, H is here, H is here, H is here, CH4 is there. Similarly, other number of structures are there, but the molecular structures are there. So if mathematics is strong and all molecular structure has been made in the mathematics laboratory, then I think chemistry scientists also, chemistry teacher also, they will be convinced, oh, yes, mathematics has potential. One professor I was given in CSIR, some lecture, and one chemistry professor was Dr. Singh, mathematics to abstract time. When I gave many examples, and then he was surprised, oh, this mathematics chemistry. So mathematics has been used by physicists also, chemists also, biologists also. DNA structure is whole double helix, which we are teaching in MSc level also, double helix bounded by 2 crores. But since we are not showing the visualization, and they think that they are only abstract. So similarly, 9-10 hour cylinder, just simple, just see. Simple just see here. Circle is there, and area of the circle means area of the circle we have to show. The area of the circle means glass, suppose we are taking. So this is the area of the circle. Even why I am giving this example, in interviews in last 20 years, 25 years going interview for PGT, TGT, PRT as a chairman, Kendriya Vidyalaya, Navodaya Vidyalaya, and then asking what is difference in circle and area of the circle. And you will be surprised to know that concept is not clear about it. I'm not designing again. So if visualization is there, that this is the area of the circle. This is the circle where we are drinking water. This is the circular area. 2 pi r and pi r square. So difference has to be explained in the classroom, and let the all child. Even today in the morning, one of my student, MSc student, which I taught, he was telling, sir, you told me that if you take the circle and take the sector and fold the sector, and automatic cone will be made. Today morning, itself morning, he was talking to me, and the student just I memorized, but how to make that is not clear. So this mindset has to be changed. So in this way, 9-10 mathematics here, mensuration is considered difficult. So all these through visualization, if we are teaching, then and then if fundamental concept at secondary stage is clear, then at 11, 12, you see here conic section. Again, just see after retirement in NCERT, part of mathematical higher secondary, we made this also. Previously, we had made in NCERT this kit, part of the kit, single core. But I was very particular. I told that single chord, suppose circle section is there, parabola, hyperbola, parabola and ellipse is there. But if you want to show the hyperbola, so you see after retirement, I guided the NCRT division of educational kit, and double cone be made and show that how different sections of the cone is taken so that circle, ellipse, parabola, hyperbola could be explained. So I'm here, time is not limited, otherwise it will take a lot of time about explaining that. So in this way, conic section 11th class. And the 12th class, just see, three-dimensional geometry we have introduced in 11th also and 12th also. Again, I say that when you are in the plane, two-dimensional, when you are line, one-dimensional, and line is emerged at a point 0 dimensional, line 1 dimensional, plane 2 dimensional, and the space 3 dimensional. So again, if you are in the plane and you draw a horizontal line, the plane will be divided in 2 parts. And when you are again vertical line, you are drawing, the plane will be divided in 4 parts. But if you are in the space, and all of you will be surprised when I say that if through a point in the space, x-axis is there, y-axis, z-axis, how many parts will be there? Somebody telling 4 parts, somebody 6 parts, somebody 12 parts, somebody 16 parts, somebody infinite number of parts. Why? There is no fault on the parts of the teachers. The way I was taught, the similar way after 50 years, same way happening in the classroom. And therefore, again, we made model here. Here, just see. That if you are in the space, x-axis is there, y-axis is there, z-axis is there, then you will divide the space in 8 parts. Octants we are doing. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. And then using this octant model, number of concepts, all the three-dimensional geometry of the concept one can introduce. 15 years back when I was in Kamrup Jageh in Assam, master trainer teacher, postgraduate teachers training program was there. I told them which concept in 11, 12 you are having difficulty. Sir, three-dimensional geometry very difficult. At that time, I had not taken model, and I took material, raw material from there itself, no cost, low cost, and started teaching three-dimensional geometry 11, 12, and all the teachers told, sir, 3D is so easy. And this three-dimensional geometry so much important that our building construction is there, ground floor, first floor, second floor, all these mathematics we are using in construction. And mathematics is being used for our solving problem of roti. Chapati is there, circular is there, area is there. And agriculture from wherever we are, chapati is there also mathematics is there, but we are not using properly. I say formally, our farmers are using a lot of mathematics, but formally they are not using. Informal way, they formal way was only, they are using water, they are using fertilizer, but they are not using exact quantity. How much water, how much seed, how much fertilizer. Pumping set will be started in the night and it will go on to night. They don't know. So properly in mathematics, agriculture is done with mathematical concept. Then a lot of our productivity could be multiplied number of times. So in agriculture also, in industry also, roti, kapra mean all everywhere mathematics is measurement concept is there. And this is why when I give the definition of mathematics, then we say that mathematics is not just only queen of sciences, king of art, and mother of technology. My definition, Hukum Singh, mathematics is father of humanity. Mathematics is engine for ICT, all this. But mathematics is study of measurement. Measurement of length, measurement of area, measurement of volume. Mathematics is study of pattern. And we should explain what does it mean pattern. Pattern is not only number, pattern in length, pattern in area, pattern in volume. Mathematics is a study of symmetry. So all these concepts has to be explained in a systematic way, and for that purpose our teachers have to do hard work, and then I think lot of change will come in our school system. I'm at this occasion I here say that NCRT we established math lab, and Haryana was the first state where I went 15 times, and beautiful lab was they have put me even my photograph. I told that I am still alive, but they were saying you have given Haryana too much. I want that all the states should come forward and all the SCRT should have beautiful math lab. And then automatically diet will be just like when I established math lab 25 years back, thousands and thousands teachers visited. And now they are going, and since automatic marks is given and not encouragement is not given in the classroom and board, and therefore again they have. So all the SCRT, if they are established in math lab, systematic way, then all the dice will be established in math lab, and then all the school will be developed. Then whatever Mr. Banik is telling, after 25 years, by 2047, we will definitely be able to produce golden leader, gold leader, golden leader, whatever title you want to give, gold standard, world leader in mathematics automatically. But for that purpose, all of us have to do hard work. NCERT has produced material, NCERT has produced kit, but all of teachers have to do hard work. And this is why our Prime Minister, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vishwas, Sabka Prayas, what he has added very recently, our Prime Minister, Sabka Prayas. So Sabka Prayas does not mean that only prayas of the bureaucrats, prayas of the politicians, but prayas of all the teachers. All the teachers mean from nursery, KG, primary, upper primary, secondary, higher secondary, graduate, postgraduate, and engineering. All the engineering students, 4 years they are there, but they are going in our industry. And industries, they say there is no skill. Mechanical engineering, civil engineering, all these engineering are there, but skill is not there. And real skill comes in mathematics, then science. Because mathematics is a foundation for everything. Although it is said mathematics is a language for, it is a language for science only. But it is a tool for science only. But it is the basic, fundamental for it. If mathematics has been understood properly, then automatically physics will be understood, chemistry will be understood, and biology will be understood. And ICT, all of you know that mathematics is playing role every year. Whether latest one ICT, whatever material you are seeing here, machine learning or data coding, everywhere you are seeing this. Everywhere, IT material, whatever you are producing, everywhere mathematics is playing a role. Whatever branches you are, our national education policy also has written that mathematics has to be given importance. But it's not that it's only given the recommendation policy. But all the school, all college, all university, all stakeholders, all authorities have to give the importance about the mathematics. So I think I stop here, and I will welcome if Mr. Banik ask the teacher if they have any query, any question. I will welcome that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for being with us and giving a great lecture. Not only it's just a path making your suggestions. Sir, some questions is there. Already they have put us some question. First of all, one teacher asked how to start with mathematics when I enter in the classroom, because there is a math phobia, even math teacher phobia also.
True.
So to conquer the math teacher phobia first, how to tackle this one? The psychological, if you have some suggestions, sir.
I already started. I think the teacher has not understood. I told that just go in the classroom, not with mathematics book. Mathematics book next day you take. You go with this simple material, some concrete material. Go in because this is the concrete material, cuboid, which we are using primary, upper primary, secondary, higher secondary also. Simple example I am giving. If you show that to the student, learner, that you have seen this shape at your home, all of whether class 1, 6 year are, they are using toothpaste. And toothpaste you are using, and this box you are thinking, you are using here mathematics. How you are using mathematics? This has length, this has breadth, and length and breadth, if you multiply, you have area. Again, to length, to breadth, you applied perimeter, you are taking in this way. So in this way, again, primary stays safe only. As soon as 6 to 8 are there, then number of vertices, number of edges, number of faces, 7th class we are introducing. Your son is already studying there. I think he will be listening there. So they can,
yes, sir,
he can calculate how many vertices. Again, even interview when I asking, teachers are stuck there. Oh, sir, 8, 12, 13, 16. Are सीधा 4 on top, 4 on bottom, 8 vertices. And edges again, they are again disturbed. So 4 on top, 4 on bottom, and 4 side में to 12 हो गया. And even zoom, how it is we are applying this? everybody student is coming in the from his house. Now let them visualize the house. What is the room where you are living, and see that roof is there, and in roof you see length is there, breadth is there, and length and breadth you combine all 2 times length breadth, then perimeter is there, multiply, then area is there, and the floor where your feet is there, again area is there, and wall you see there again, so 2-dimensional wall, again dimension, don't talk dimension, and then again comes that length and breadth, area, length, breadth, height, volume. So in this way you first show this concrete material and then say that this is the shape which you are using even in your room also. Although this is a closed box, but your room is here when you are sitting, then the room is there, there's a volume concept there, but this volume concept has come after enclosing the 6 faces of the room. 6 faces mean top, bottom, right, left, front and back. So secondary stage, then surface area volume ki baat kare. Higher secondary stage, we have a sheet of paper, and then how much cut should be made on the corner to calculate the maximum volume. So simple object you take, and that simple teaching aid you can use for primary, upper primary, secondary and higher secondary, and then you can generalize. I was two times in Doha, Qatar. 6 states Arab teachers were there, and they were teaching there through activities for, just like in ancient time you see in Veda and other lot of methods discovered, and it went to Arab, and from Arab it went to Europe. Similar, just math like we originated in India, and just 2 times I was Doha and Qatar 6 states, and after 100 years, after 200 years, they will say we have none something. So just see Doha, Qatar, chocolate box is there. Again, chocolate box is there, chocolate distributor, and there is hexahedron. Just see here, octahedron, octagon, octahedron. So in this way, whatever low-cost teaching materials are there in your, and it is just like when we are doing the yoga in the classroom, master is doing, and we are also doing, the first day we understand. And similarly, I say, all the teachers, if we are going with concrete material, it is not necessary that if you are unable to get the kit, you take the low-cost, no-cost material. If you one-dimensional line, ray, and line segment, take the jhadu tukra or straws for Coca-Cola we are using, use that. Showing the line segment, showing the ray, showing the angle of 2 triangle, showing the angle to pen with the help of pen also. Use that the 0 angle and acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, reflect angle, complete angle. Even this also when we ask as the chairman selection committee, that concept primary teachers are complete angle they will, 0 angle they will there. So 2 days when coinciding. So again when you are concretizing, and the students are also doing, you are explaining, but the students are not doing. If students are also doing, then you can observe that whether you are telling the acute angle or right angle. So that they are using the teaching aid, and you are observing, and immediately you can make the correction. Why? When I am going in the teacher's training program, PRT, TGT, PGT, I observe the teacher, and immediately whatever misconception they are making, lot of misconception is there in mathematics. Even number of hours I use for removing the misconception also. So their misconceptions are removed, then this primary fear is removed, then automatically upper primary will not be fear, then secondary will not be fear, and higher secondary will be. And then mathematics will be considered the most easy subject. Just see, you see my room, fan is there here, 120 degree, 120 degree, 130, 20 degree, and 360 degree is there. So daily life, whatever daily life is there, mathematics unnecessarily has been created fear, phobia. It is most easy subject. And math, I always say everywhere in the country, जिधर देखता हूँ उधर तू ही तू है, न तेरी सी खुशबू न तेरी सी बू है. सामने भी मैथ है, पीछे भी मैथ है, दाहिने भी मैथ है, बाएं भी मैथ है, हमारी बॉडी में भी मैथ है, बट इट इज नॉन यूक्लिड ज्योमेट्री. नॉन यूक्लिड ज्योमेट्री हमने 9th क्लास में थोड़ा सा डाला है, लेकिन उसको that has created professor non-Euclid geometry very cutting, and maximum use of the non-Euclid geometry in making of the car, in making of the missile, in making of the aeroplane, everywhere non-Euclid geometry is being used. And even when I army school principals and PGT, TGT 200 in the lockdown period, 200 PRT, 200 TGT, 200 PGT and principal I was addressing there also. I was talking that if you teach mathematics through learning by doing army, then all the missiles, all the planes, everything will be made in India, because geometry. Mr. Banik, you might have heard that The National Achievement Survey says that geometry is considered most difficult in the country. And geometry चारों तरफ है. Everywhere you see geometry, we cannot survive without geometry. But geometry is considered because they are being taught through chalk and talk method. Once we start to learning by doing method, and all of us doing experiment activity, then automatically you will see that mathematics will be considered most easy. And practical already I am recommending, but you should go at a grassroots level and then as a vocational subject. Next question.
Sir, next question is one. So many questions is similar, just as one person, Manish Tripathi, said how to implement mathematics practical oriented in classroom, as you said already. And another one, he said, now students solve questions for only clearance of competition or exam purpose. So how to create interest in student to solve questions of mathematics for enjoying and learning?
I think beautiful question. We have again to change mindset already. I told that the mindset has to be changed of the management committee. Mindset has to be changed to parents also. I don't know how our parents, they are just dreaming IIT engineering. But after engineering, just see thousands and thousands of students are there, has completed. But since proper skill is not there, and they are facing a lot of problems. So after completing 18 years plus 2 level and 4 years engineering, 22 years. After 22 years, they realize that, oh, skill is very, very important. So competency, competition is important, but for competition, the understanding of the concept is also. One understanding of the concept is there, automatically competition will be clear. It is not that competition will not be clear, but let the learner do not memorize everything. Formula, they are just memorizing. In plus 2 principal interview, they come in there. Conic section is there. What is the conic section? That x square but a square plus y square but a b square is equal to ellipse is there, x square but a minus y square but a b square. Hyperbola is there. Y square. What is the representation? How it has come? What is that use? And we are using even in winter also we are using hyperboloid. Hyperboloid also we are using for reading over here. Paraboloid, all the planets move in an elliptical path. And Galileo also, Kepler also used that concept there also. But since our teaching is only based on memorization and our management, so this mindset has to be changed to the management also. And parents also, that proper skill and understanding is very, very important. Completion, automatically the child will clear. But for that purpose, it is not that we start activity at plus 2 level. All burden will be there at plus 2 level. And then management will be also part of, and parents will also. And this is why I say that if you start from class 1 itself, automatically by 11, 12, they will have all types of skill. And they will have a lot of competitive mind also. And after completing the engineering, they will have a lot of knowledge to develop any, whether you go mechanical engineering, whether electrical engineering, whether you go civil engineering. In civil engineering, I have seen when I was living in CRT, civil engineers are there, CPW coming, and they are giving work to the contractor, capital labor, and proper skill is not being utilized. Certification, everybody is getting certificate. And this is why our buildings are also not so stable. Why we say that 200 years back, building were constructed very, very stable, very strong. And today, number of buildings we are making, we are collapsing in 1 year or 2 years and 3 years. Because proper mathematical way we are not, the ratio of the seed and the other thing, iron and everything, mathematically they are not, and this is why we are. So this is why I say that skill. I am happy that next for what I have been talking about the last 30 years, now Government of India under this National Education Policy recommended that the focus should be on skill. The focus should be our students and learners should go in the field. They should go in the field. Field means industry, they should go. Other places also, they should interact with the carpenter, they should interact with the electrician, apprentice, just like other places are there. Then real skill will be there. So since last 30 years, I have been telling, but I am happy that at least my dream has come as a recommendation from National Education Policy. Next
Sir,
question.
Sir, another question. I think it's on policy. Sir, there is a. I am going some back. There is a nowadays CBSE and some states in their exam, that is secondary and higher secondary exam, class 10 and class 12 exam. They have introduced one thing. Uh, the question is it about your opinion? This thing is that they are dividing students, sir. They are giving a opportunity of choosing the basic math and standard math. If you are going through with basic math, then exam paper will be something easier. And if you are going through standard math, it's a standard one for all the students who are choosing that one. And if you are choosing the basic math, you can go with mathematical science in near future, that is at the standard of higher secondary level, class 11 and 12 and further on. So there is a division, making of division, initiative of making of division among the students. It's some question is that it is creating some negative impact on the students also who are learning science and mathematics at the up to 10th class. But also basically I think that has been done to create or to get maximum boost in the their success rate of these boards. Especially they are flashing that one, that they are giving opportunity of succeeding people. The percentage is higher, 80%, 90% success rate. But whatever the ultimate benefit of the nation, is it something helpful for the nation? How you treat this policy? What is your opinion, sir? This is the main sir question.
Well, CBSE has taken decision. I don't want to make any comment about that. But since you have asked about my opinion, mathematics should not be bifurcated at least up to secondary stage. Now, it is good that under national policy of education, the 4-year integrated secondary math will be there 9 to 12. It's good. But national education policy has not bifurcated basic math and standard math. So automatically, when national curriculum framework will be there, the syllabus will be there, and textbook will be there, this confusion automatically will be removed. And this is why you see that in national policy of education 86, it was recommended that mathematics is a part of general education up to class 10. And that is good. There should not be, because in number of cases we have seen that the students' mathematics was weak up to 8th class, but in 9th class they performed better. 11th class again, 11, 12, and even BSc, MSc level, first class they have performed. So it depends upon how much teacher was there, how much facility was there, how much home atmosphere was there, and that is. So therefore, the child which are students are learners which are at the formative state, we should not distinguish at least up to secondary 10th class level, because number of students are there who can shine afterwards. So we should not deprive. After 12th class, we can make some choice when they complete 18 years. But before 18 years, they need guidance from parents. They need guidance of our teachers also. So in my opinion, there should not be any differentiation. And this is why differentiation and higher secondary stage NCERT made. That okay, science stream and biology stream. Science stream, biology, those who want to become engineer, and biology, those who are become. But up to 10th class, there should not be any bifurcation. That is my opinion.
Sir, another question arrived. This is also related to policy, that as you also said, we have to learn mathematics from each and everywhere, आगे पीछे सब जगह से. So somebody has raised one proposal and asked you one question. Then can we when the syllabus is framing, can we take some suggestions of mathematicians or mathematics departments, that like in if we go teaching history, there is a timeline and it's related to mathematics in such a way. If we go through the in Hindi or any language subject, and even Tulsi Ramayana of Tulsidas, this all the strangers have some specific mathematics also. they have Tulsidas has taken some specific strength of letters, and accordingly he prepared that one. So can we fuse or make a fusion of subjects for better achievement in mathematics, sir? This is the main question, sir.
Well, I already mentioned about historical aspect of mathematics, and which has been recommended by National Policy of National Education Policy 2020. And this I have been since 25 years. I worked in NCRT. I was very particular to highlight about contribution of Indian mathematicians and contribution and mathematicians life history and other things. And you will be surprised, for the first time in 2000, when I was coordinating 11, 12 technical management, we included a historical note at the end of class 11 and class 12. And that is still continuing. Those PGT who are teaching mathematics 11, 12 and using NCRT, historical note is there. And their historical note, we have given some historical aspect of mathematics for motivational purpose. But one thing definitely at present I would like to recommend, that although I retired as a Dean Academic in NCRT, but after retirement, when I read little bit Veda, when I read little bit about the Sulba Sutra I have read, but beautiful recommendations are there in Vedas also about mathematics, about science, about literature also. Therefore, in future, I will recommend definitely that the knowledge of Veda in all subject areas should be made the part of the national curriculum framework, and then the syllabus also at appropriate places. But definitely, wherever I go, I definitely recommend that for motivation purpose, our history should definitely be in this one subject area, should definitely be shared, so that our learner, our stakeholder will be motivated that our India was not importing everything which we are happening. Mathematics is such a subject where we have exported in all parts of the country. Even Einstein mentioned that we owe to India, who gave the decimal numeral system. Otherwise, we scientists would have not made any scientific discovery in the world. And this I mentioned even All India Radio also, which was recorded in 1st September 2021. I mentioned there also that about this Einstein also. So number of this arithmetic, algebra, geometry, mensuration, all these originated in India. Calculus even originated in India. Kerala School of Mathematics. So definitely we have to highlight all this so that our learner will also be motivated. They could also become a great scientist and great mathematician.
Another one point, sir, it is also he suggested comics should be introduced in math books. Sir, your opinion, sir? I think this is the last one, sir.
You know, for story purpose, different purpose, primary state definitely, primary story and all these things, comic, all these things, they have been given. I don't know whether teacher has seen NCRT book. They will find all these, especially in book of class 1 to 12. Oh, sorry, 1 to 5. They will. But definitely, when we start in a formal way, functional aspect of mathematics class 6, then definitely when we have number system, arithmetic, algebra, geometry, then they have to focus more on mathematics and their application and skill development. And all these 1 to 5 comic storytelling, that definitely they are there in our textbook also. And they can write, if they have some suggestion, they can write to NCRT. And maybe when our national curriculum framework under preparation, the syllabus will be under preparation. I request the teachers, whatever recommendation they want, they can write to NCRT. And definitely, if they are valid point and useful for the country, definitely NCRT will consider and add at appropriate places. That is my opinion.
Sir, one
because when I was member secretary of the teaching of mathematics, national focus group on teaching of mathematics, then member secretary, I was syllabus making, then textbook also as a chief advisor from classes 6 to 12. Then all the things, whatever teachers were recommended, I was taking very seriously and adding at appropriate places. But I humbly request to all the teachers or all the principal, kindly whatever local level textbooks are recommended, but kindly keep at least one set of mathematics textbook from classes 6 to 12, exemplar problem club classes 6 to 12, laboratory manual in science mathematics also classes 6 to 12, because states have also some problem. So they introduce their books also. I do not contradict that also. But at least they should have a set of NCRT book which is based on concept building, but not only problem solving, exercise and exercise, example and exercises, but how concept building, how arithmetic, how algebra, how geometry, they are constructed and developed systematic way. That is very, very essential, and that they can learn from NCERT book only. Thank you.
Sir, one last question. How you find India's status of mathematics education compared to the other states, especially Western countries?
Well, so far as school mathematics, what I have experienced 25 years, and mathematics education, our mathematics education school level is not weak. And why I am giving example? Because 12th class students who have passed from CBSE and then have done graduation already, in whatever country they are going, whether America, Australia, Europe, they are performing very well. And that is the example before all of you. IIT also they are clearing. And all over the country, especially mathematics, 32 states I have gone. And I was very particular to ask, how have you found NCERT book from classes? I was in developing 3 decades, only NCERT 6 to 12 textbook. And immediately I asked the teachers also, principals also. And I am happy that all the teachers were telling that NCERT book, I have no complaint about mathematics. Even in Harvard, American University also, they are recommending their students also, and those who school-going students also consult NCERT book. So it is a matter of great satisfaction that whatever hard work we have done in NCERT, not only myself, but my colleagues also, along with me, contributed a lot. And if that is going at the grassroots level, again, grassroots, I say that from classes 1 to 10. It is not that 6 to 8, you are teaching a state book, or 9, 10 a state book, and 11, 12 jump is there, 11, 12. Number of states I have seen that 6 to 8 state books are 9 class, then NCERT, some places 11, 12. So there will be always a gap. I always told that development of mathematics has been made in a systematic way, sequential manner. So if class 6 to 12 other has studied systematic way, arithmetic, algebra, how natural number, integer, rational number, irrational number, then real number, then complex number, 11, 12, what we are the. So systematic, if they have gone, then automatically they will not have fear and phobia. But it's unfortunate that in our country, number of places at one level is 6 to 8 some state, 9, 10, 9 book, and 11, 12 NCERT book. So that trend has to be changed if we want to change our school system.
Thank you, sir.
So we are not liking anybody. I think our teachers should not have. Even another point I am writing here, number of, during my 25 years, when our Dean Academic also, head also, state number of countries, teachers were visiting also. And I was interacting with them. And with our teachers also, our teachers were not inferior to any teacher in the world. That is my experience. So they should not have any inferiority complex, our teacher. Only that they should change their teaching strategy, learning by doing and developing a skill. Then our teacher will be best teacher, and they will be exported in future. If they start now, after 20 years, we will not export only many things, IT material we are using, but we will export teacher also in different parts of the country, provided math is considered as a practical subject.
Correct, sir. Your last words are very much words of wisdom, like one that being a highest population country, I think there is a highest number of teachers also, and it's a land of Vishwamitra and Aryabhatta. So it's a land of teachers and mathematicians. And in this regards, I would like to thank you once again, because this Raashtriya Swarnim Shiksha Mahotsav is very much pleased when you came here to advise and keep your suggestions with your words of wisdom, sir. Sir, it's a year-long program started with you, and with your blessings, we think we can conclude it in the next National Science Day with a prestigious outcome also. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being with us. And it's our pleasure also that in this occasion we could honor you with the Bharat Ganit Ratna Samman also. Thank you. We'll send all the details to you, sir, and keep your blessing with us. and be with us always, sir. Thank you. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks to
And
all of
with
you.
this,
Thank Mr. Banik. Thank you.
thank you.
And
And
be a
with
good
this word,
Mr. Banik. Mr. Banik, you have leadership. And you know, Northeast state is a very, very dynamic. Northeast
thank
Council
you, sir.
was there. I visited Assam, Guwahati 15 years back when all education secretaries were there. And I told, if you want to change the destiny of the Northeast, change the education with education. My director deputed me that to interact with the all education secretaries of 8 states of your the Northeast states. And I told that if you change the education, automatically everything will be changed. And I think you have
Yes,
very good quality, and if make a strong team, but team not only for science but mathematics also. Like you
sure,
are
sir.
with
Sure,
science
sir.
background, mathematics background, please add. And then since Northeast state are maximum training program during last 25 years, they are organized in Northeast states. So they have eager to learn and very, very disciplined teacher. 6 states I visited, very enthusiastic to learn. But again, I say that everywhere there is a bankruptcy about the leader. So just like you have prepared yourself as a leader in Tripura, similarly in all the states leaders are there. In science also, mathematics also. Kindly do
Sure,
not
sir.
merge it. You do science also, mathematics also kindly do. But attach this, make the, this is why 50 or 60 master trainer I oriented. 15 years back, 50 or 60 master trainer oriented. I don't know what has happened after that. 15 years back. Oriented and came back. So even you at that time, I think you maybe not knowing that master training program was there in Tripura also. I visited Tripura also. Agartala I was there. I think MLA guest
Sure,
house or somewhere I was staying. But proper way, if it is going at grassroots level, kindly ask your stakeholder to monitor everything. This should not be in the office. One education secretary in Northeast, I don't know, maybe Tripura or somewhere, he was so enthusiastic that Dr. Singh, whatever you are recommended, I will implement in all the school. So out of 6 states, one education secretary came forward and Dr. Saab, whatever recommended, I will implement in the other school. But what has happened, I don't know after 50 years. It was 15 years back. And therefore, all the
আমার
persons
লগে
have to take interest. Whatever Prime Minister is telling, sabka saath, sabka vikas, sabka viswas, and sabka prayas. This last word is very, very essential for the development of nation and for gold standard world leader. सबका प्रयास, प्रिंसिपल का भी प्रयास बहुत जरूरी है. प्रिंसिपल क्या है,
एकदम
ओरिएंटेशन हम टीचर का कर देते हैं, वो जाते हैं प्रिंसिपल के पास, कहते हैं नॉट अगेन ब्लेमिंग क्रिटिसाइजिंग एनी चीज, सर हमको ये चाहिए, अच्छा जाइए जाइए जाइए. ये रिपोर्ट हमको टीचर बताते हैं, सर आपने जो कुछ कहा जब प्रिंसिपल सामने ले गए तो प्रिंसिपल ने, एक प्रिंसिपल ने कहा कि सर हम तो बहुत प्रॉब्लम फेस कर रहे हैं स्पेस की बात नहीं लाइफ के लिए. वो फादर का स्कूल कोई था, क्रिश्चियन स्कूल. आई वेंट टू फादर, हमने कहा फादर, ये 20 साल पहले, 20 years बैक, आई आस्क्ड फादर, डू यू लाइक मैथमेटिक्स? सर आई लाइक मैथमेटिक्स, दिस इज व्हाई आई हैव इनवाइटेड यू. तो हमने कहा योर प्रिंसिपल इज फेसिंग प्रॉब्लम अबाउट मैथ लैब. Immediately you will be surprised. Father took my hand, here put her hand, and then told that, sir, this will be space for math lab. So all these things I have been doing since last 25 years. So there also this proper monitoring. You council, you make the team also, since you are national coordinator also,
sure.
and chairman also. You have some influence. This monitoring is very, very essential. Monitoring committee, just like our prime minister monitoring every month, and this is why output is there. Number, just see, pandemic, I think we could be, I was thinking it will be collapse, but with the dynamic leadership of our prime minister, we have come out with that. And similarly, if we want to science and improve science and mathematics, proper monitoring at all school level, block level, diet level, SCRT level, college level, university level, everywhere we have to make sabka prayas. Then only it is not that prime minister telling, prime minister will not go all the school places. He can only provide facility, but if those facilities are not properly used, in one place somewhere I was there, teaching grant is there, but they sold the sir TLM के नाम पर, teaching learning material. Instead of teaching learning material, the money is not properly utilized. And this, the under proper utilization is money is not there, we will not be able to improve our situation. So whatever world gold standard world leader 527 you are dreaming, I think if you start with this way, monitor every month. And then, Mr. Banik, I think before the time you will see the Nobel Prize winner also, field medalist also, not only India, from Northeast state itself. Very disciplined state teachers are there. Only we have to provide the facility to our teachers, principals, and then change will come automatically. Never, I am never disappointed with the NCRT. Math lab was not there. If I could have settled in America or Europe, math could have not come in NCRT. And it came in NCRT ultimately with hard work and with the help of my administration also. Our directors supported, our colleagues also supported, and ultimately we succeeded. Kit also, all the stages we brought also. So the strong will is there, then automatically strong will definitely fulfill the dream. So whatever goal title you have given here, ultimately you will see after 20 years, our 25 years, proper monitoring is there, then everything will come before you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving.
Thanks to all the
great.
teachers, all the principals, all the listeners. Thank you very much. So I'm now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Offing. Thank you. Disconnecting.
Excellent.
Okay.
And
thank you,
yes,
Banik ji. Thank you.
Thank you,
God
sir.
bless
Thank you,
you.
sir. Thank you,
One
sir.
thing, Banik ji.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday I was with your son. I don't know whether he
Yes.
has made 3 types of triangle. So ask him. Uncle has shown the
Sure,
3 types
sure.
of triangle and how these 3 types of triangle, acute triangle, obtuse triangle, right triangle, equilateral triangle, and isosceles triangle, and scalene triangle. All the triangles just so he should make, and then he should WhatsApp me the 6 type of triangle he has made. And then if they cover it, then area of the triangle will be there. So this is the learning by doing, and then change will come. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being with us and giving such a wonderful, taking such a wonderful session and giving opportunity to hear you like we teachers hear from a super teachers today. And next session we will also conduct with such one super teacher, and even it is requesting to our dear professor Dr. Hukum Singh ji to take another session also when you are free and interested to interact with us. With
One
this
more,
word,
Banik ji, my recommendation, since you are coordinator and national chairman, and even National Council of Student Scientists India, this is also unique, yes, Mr. Banik. I was thinking that I cannot burden you too much. You have teaching load, also school responsibility. But why not introduce Journal of Mathematics Education, Journal of Science and Mathematics Student Education, Journal of Science and Mathematics Education for students. And what will we have? We have number of journals, even NCRT producing 8 journals, you might have heard, or 10 journals is there.
yes, sir,
Science
yes.
School Science Journal is also there, but there is no separate mathematics journal. So you can bring that Science and Mathematics, Journal of Mathematics and Science, Journal of Mathematics and Science for students. And in that, number of articles will be there, problem posing will be there, problem solving will be there, nurturance talent will be there, number of teachers' recommendations will be there. So this journal will also be very powerful. You can start maybe Northeast State Journal of Mathematics or Science and Mathematics Education karke combined way, and then when suppose 10% 10 mathematics teachers you are having, then I think separate journal you can bring. So I am here recommending you can bring a journal also. Then all the ideas will be coming and they will be shared not only Northeast but entire country. Just entire like country. South in Tamil Nadu, there is a student, there is a journal on mathematics education, and now a very old journal. A number of ideas there are published. So here also you can bring that also, and then I think you are a young man, and a lot of change automatically will come through that also. Challenging problem also, nurturance problem also. So how creativity, how creative thinking, all the experiential learning. National policy recommended number of things, but they should know what is creative thinking, what is critical thinking, what is experiential learning, what is the integration of science with sport, mathematics with sport, mathematics with art, mathematics with other subject areas. They have to be explained to the teachers systematic way. So number of articles could be published there, and then automatically all the teachers will be benefited. And your school, this journal, student journal, parent will be purchasing, student will be purchasing. So your resources will also be generated with that journal. This is also my humble request to all of you. Thank you.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Guide us for a future. So, with this word, sir, we are taking your permission
Thank
to
you.
conclude the session, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to all.